What's going on? I'm going to be going over my BT-22 first place adventure deck profile. So I managed to take first place at a 3-round locals. It got me the winner Apollomon, which I'm pretty happy about. So we'll start out with the eggs, and it's just 4 Sunomon, which is on deletion. You may return 1 card with the adventure trait from your trash to your hand. So it's really good for recycling your Digimon pieces. Gets you back any level 4 you need, or level 5, or basically even level 3. It's kind of good to promote, swing with your level 3, it dies, and you're able to just add it back, and then you're ready for the next turn. For the level 3s, I have 2 of the Gabumon. It's able to warp, so it has a your turn while your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 or more, or your Tamers have 3 or more colors. This Digimon can Digivolve into Metal Garurumon in the hand with the cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. And then the Inheritable is when attacking once per turn, draw 1 and then trash 1 card in your hand. So he's pretty good for cycle, and if the warp play comes up, it did not this tournament, but it has in some testing, so kind of like him still, but you could replace him with Floodgates. And then 4 of the Palmon. So Palmon is on play by trashing 1 card with the adventure trait in your hand, draw 2 cards, and then the Inheritable is all turns. This Digimon gets 1000 DP. So the trashing to draw cards came up, and the Inheritable came up. Getting bigger is always pretty good. And we play 4 of the Biomon. So Biomon, on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with the adventure trait and 1 such Tamer card or option card among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon gets 2000 DP. So the Inheritable just makes you bigger again and is able to add usually 2 cards because you're either going to see a Tamer or an option and a Digimon. All the Digimon in this deck are adventure trait, so it's pretty easy to get double hits. And that's it for the level 3s, just 10 of them. And then for the level 4s, we have 4 Birdramon. So Birdramon, play cost of 4, because that'll come up. On play, when Digivolving, if your Tamers with the adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. And then in the Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2k, so it's just another boost, and it's kind of very important. The on play when Digivolving, you can either hard slam it or Digivolve, and then you basically get to Digivolve into a 5 for free if you have 3 colors in your Tamers. Next level 4 is 3 of the Togemon. So this has the exact same effect for the face of the card, and then the Inheritable is all turns, this Digimon gets 1000 DP. So it's the same reason we're playing the Birdramon, just play 3 of it. And then the rest, we have 1 Gatomon. Gatomon is security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. And then on play, when Digivolving, give 2 of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the turn ends. So it's pretty good to just stall out if you've fallen behind. And then the Inheritable is when attacking, once per turn, 1 of your opponent's Digimon gets -2000 for the turn. That did not end up coming up for me this tournament. And then I play 1 of the Garurumon. The Garurumon is security at the end of the battle. Play this card without paying the cost. And then on play, when Digivolving, you may return 1 Digimon card with the adventure trait from your trash to your hand. And then the Inheritable is when attacking, once per turn, draw 1 and trash 1 card from your hand. The Garurumon didn't really come up, but I kind of liked it just as a security. Well, 1, a security bomb, and 2, a security in case I had something in my trash that I needed back. If the egg wasn't there, or I didn't see level 3, because, man, did that happen to me. Now on to the 5s. I have 3 Mega Kabuterimon. The Mega Kabuterimon on play when Digivolving, 1 of your Digimon unsuspends, which really comes up. Then for every 2 colors your Tamers with the adventure trait have, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. So it's really good for getting their bodies suspended so you can either swing over them or when another card comes up. And then all of level 5s have this. It is your turn once per turn. When your other Digimon are played or Digivolved, if any of them have the adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains alliance for the turn, then one of your Digimon may attack. And then the inheritable for all of them is also just alliance. So they are all good for just being able to chunk the security with the alliance, so you're able to get this out and then either play a guy or digivolve one of your other guys, and then you're just able to swing with the alliance. So it's really good for just getting through that security. The next level 5 is 2 of Lilymon. So Lilymon, on play when digivolving, suspend all of your opponent's 5,000 DP or lower Digimon. Then for every 2 colors your Tamers have, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And then it has the same your turn with the when digivolving or on play, you get alliance and then may attack, and then the same inheritable. So Lilymon allows you to do is if you go into the Kabuterimon, suspend their stuff, it doesn't matter what it is, you spend a big body. Then you go into the Lilymon, you can bottom deck that big body, and if they have little bodies left, you can usually run them over with the alliance or just not worry about them. The next level 5, I got 2 Metal Greymon. So Metal Greymon is on play when digivolving. To one of your opponent's Digimon, you digivolve 1 for every 2 of your Tamer's colors. So it's pretty good because some things you just need digivolve to get over. And then I have 3 one-ofs. So I have Weregarurumon. Weregarurumon is on play when digivolving. Delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. If your Tamers have 2 or more total colors, add 1 to this effect's maximum. So with him, you're able to delete level 5s usually. If not, it's level 4. And then he has the same alliance effects. So he came up a little bit. It probably would have been better just to be another Mega Kabuterimon or a Lilymon. And then I have the Zudomon. Zudomon has on play when digivolving. For every 2 colors your Tamers have, trash any one of your opponent's Digivolution cards. Then return one of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards to the hand. So this is pretty good for just bouncing your opponent's guys and then getting rid of problematic sources. Then the last one is Angewomon. Angewomon has on play when digivolving. One of your other Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the adventure trait in the hand without paying the cost. So basically, if you got a rookie out and you're able to go into her, you can digivolve the rookie into a level 4, and then the level 4 will let itself digivolve into a level 5 for free. So you're basically going up the entire stack. Or basically, if you have a level 3, you can digivolve into a level 4. Then digivolve into her for free, and if you have another level 5, you're able to digivolve into a level 6 for free. So basically, she just gets you tons of free digivolves. On to the level 6s, I have 3 Metal Garurumon Ace. Metal Garurumon Ace is counter blast digivolve, then on play when digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. For every 2 colors your Tamers have, add 1 to this effect's level maximum. So basically you need 4 colors to return a 6, and then so on. And then when attacking once per turn, you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So this is really good for replaying your level 4s and then just digivolving into your 5s for free. And I have 1 of the Wargreymon Ace. So Wargreymon also has Blast Digivolve, then on play when digivolving until your opponent's turn ends. For every 2 colors your Tamers have, their Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon. So basically you make them immune to effects, and if you have more Tamers, you can make all other Digimon immune to effects. Then when digivolving, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. So he's able to clear bodies and protect himself and others from effects. For the last level 6, we have Wargreymon Promo. So this Wargreymon digivolves for 3 on adventure trait and then has security attack +1 and blocker. Then, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less as this Digimon's DP. Then all turns, this Digimon gets 1,000 for each color Digimon and Tamers have. So basically every color on the field, he will gain 1,000 DP for. He's usually pretty dang big. I was clearing so much security with him. I want to bump him up to 2 at least, but it's pretty tight, so I don't really know what I would cut. But he was clearing entire stacks by himself because I was able to swing alliance with him, get 3 checks because he already has security tag +1. Then I was able to Mega Kabuterimon, unsuspend him, delete or unsuspend him, then swing again and swing 2 more checks. So that was usually all of the security. Now on to the Tamers though. We have 2 Tai and Izzy. Tai and Izzy is the 3 cost. Your turn, when any of your Digimon cards with the adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this Tamer, reduce the cost by 1. And all of the Tamers have that effect except for the secret Tai that we'll get into. And then opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with the adventure trait gain blocker. So this is pretty good for just giving yourself some protection. And it definitely came up because, like I said, I was bricking a little bit and getting to get that out and just play a level 5 to be a blocker kind of saved me. Next, we have 2 copies of Matt and TK. And then this one has the same reduce the cost by 1 when you play. And then your turn, all of your level 5 or higher Digimon with the adventure trait gain rush. So this one also came up because I was able to attack for game once just because I had this on the field. And I was able to hard play something by suspending all my Tamers, not pass turn, and then just swing for the game. And I have 2 Sora and Kari. Sora and Kari is start of your main if you're Digimon with the if you have a Digimon with adventure trait, gain 1 memory. And so these are just able to get you more memory. So if you have your tie out, you're set to 3, then you have this, you go to 4. And that has the same play cost reduction. Plus it also is just 2 more colors. So if you have Sora and Tai, that's 4 colors right there. With Matt and Sora, you have 3 colors. And then I have 3 of Joe and Mimi. Start of your main. If you have an adventure trait Digimon, you gain a memory, and then suspend it to reduce the play cost by 1. So it's just more of the memory gainers. I just have 3 of it because I wanted 3 of one of the memory gainers, and it didn't really matter because my other Tamers are even. In the last Tamer, I have 3 of the secret rare Tai Kamiya. So this Tai Kamiya is your turn if you have 2 or less memory, set to 3. And then your turn when one of your Digimon attacks by suspending this Tamer, draw 1. So that one came up a lot. I know I said it already, but I did brick a little bit, so I was able to just play this out, play Digimon out. If it lived, I was able to swing, tap this to draw a card, and kind of unbrick a little. And then arguably the more important effect is main. Once per turn, you may play 1 adventure or hero trait card with a cost of 2 or less from your hand without paying the cost. For each of your Tamer's colors, add 1 to this effect's cost maximum, then return this Tamer to the bottom of the deck. So he starts out at being able to play a 3, then you go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can play a cost of 9 maximum from it. And that one came up because you're able to play the 4 for free, then Digivolve into a 5, and so on. And then the last card in the deck is for our Courage United. This is the 3 cost option that main lets you draw 2 cards, which is pretty dang good. And then all turns, when any of your level 5 or higher Digimon would leave the battle area, delay, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon with the adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. So basically it gives you pseudo protection because if you have a 5 on board or higher, they try to clear it, you're able to trash this, play out a new Digimon, and then you're able to suspend them, bottom deck them, de-digivolve, delete, bounce. It has tons of utility. Round 1 was against Shine Greymon. Game 1, I opened up pretty poor and wasn't able to do anything for a few turns, and he got me down to like 1 or 2 security. But then I was able to just flood the board with level 5s and kind of just took his board out, and he wasn't able to recover. And then game 2, he couldn't go fast enough. I actually opened pretty well, so I was able to just kind of take off and get all the security basically in like 4 turns maybe. Round 2 was against Rocks. Game 1, I didn't open great and got up behind a little bit, but then I was able to make an ace play and get rid of the level 6. And that made me come back a little bit, and I was able to sneak it out in the end. And then game 2, I got OTK'd in 1 turn, so it was just swing 3 times with the big rock guy. And then game 3, it was pretty close, but I managed to just keep clearing the bodies before it got out of hand, and took that one 2-1. And then the last round was against Jessmon. Basically, game 1, he was forced to hard play the GX ace, and I just kind of got rid of it. I think I sent it back to his hand. It got a ton of overflow, so I was at like 9 or 10 memory. Basically was able to do whatever I wanted that game. And then game 2, he braked pretty hard, and I was able to just go a lot faster and clear any of the little bodies he was able to get out to try to cycle through his deck. So starting out, you're looking for these cards. You want a rookie to be able to get into raising, draw a card, and then either draw some cards from the option, get the Tamers out to get your colors, set you to 3 memory, and let you play guys for cheaper. Basically, you want to get to 3 colors as soon as possible, and then it's nice to be at 4 colors at least. If you're able to get a setup like this, you can Digivolve into the Togemon or the Bergermon, and you're able to Digivolve into your level 5 for free. And if you have this, you have the protection to play another level 5 if they happen to delete this, and you most likely will have an ace in your hand because you do draw a lot of cards, so they have to really be weary of the ace, and you're going to bottom deck their stuff or delete it. But really the only changes that I would make is maybe swapping the Gabumons out for the Floodgate. Maybe trying to increase this War Greymon to 2. But like I said, deck space is pretty tight. But I think it went pretty good. I won all 3 of my rounds and actually only lost 1 game. So I'm actually pretty impressed with how well it worked out. Let me know what you thought of the adventure deck down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like. And thanks for watching.